Hello everyone. I'm sorry, I'm 1 minute late to my own live stream. How does that happen? Can I get a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me? That would probably be a good thing since we're hanging out together. I am a little bit late getting going, just trying to get everything all set. Hello Giovanna, hi Georgina, hi Katie Crafts. Goodness, I was looking up today, like the last time I did a sew-in chat and everything, and it wasn't the last time, but the time before that I did the same thing that I will be working on today because I need some, and that's kind of what it's about. I'm working on key fobs, and of course a sewing chat is not a tutorial, so if anyone is watching this on the replay or is new to my channel and you're looking for a tutorial, this probably isn't it. But in the description box below the video I put a link to my key fob tutorial, and there are plenty of other ones on the internet as well. Alright, let's see. Giovanna says she is so tired of the heat. I am tired of the heat. I am. I know we have different temperatures right now in northern Maine. Let me see what it is. Usually I know what it is. It is 76 degrees Fahrenheit, which, let me see what that is in Celsius, if it allows me to check. I guess it's not. I have the app and it's not allowing me to check for some reason. Anyway, it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit, but our humidity is 70%. So anyway, usually it's up a little bit higher than that, but anyway, around it. I'm with you. I am not a summer loving person anyway, because I don't do well with heat and humidity. I don't sit out in the sunshine. I actually have to take a vitamin D supplement because I get so very little sun. Okay, let's see. We've got Kathy. Hi, Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. Hello to you. Richard's here from Rhode Island. Lisa is here. Hi, Lisa. Agnes is here. Oh, goodness. Eleanor. Gisela. Lisa's holding that wrench. She just thinks she's top boss today. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate my mods, my helpers. Let's see. Giovanna says it's 39C. That's got to be probably 100 Fahrenheit, I would guess. Anyway, yeah. This 76 degrees is a lot cooler than it's been. So I got to tell you guys, I know I've mentioned before that we have 8 children. We have 15 grandchildren. So our oldest daughter she lives in New Hampshire, and we don't get to see her a whole lot. So yesterday I'm up here in the sewing room, and my husband is hollering upstairs to me, but I have an audiobook playing through my Bluetooth. See, I got a point again in my ear, and so all I could make out is that he was hollering to me for something, which he normally doesn't do. So I go up at the top of the stairs and he says, "We have company." And there's our oldest daughter, Joanna. Surprise! She had her class reunion this weekend, so she came up. So that is awesome. And I told her to pop in here a little later because I want her to be able to say hi to you guys. So I think she's going to. She said she would, so she is a girl of her word, not world, yeah. All right, let's see. 25C. Thank you, Giovanna. I knew it was a lot cooler than what you guys have. Hi, Mary G. Crafting with Vivian is here. Hi, Kathy from Wisconsin. Charlotte's here. She says, "Howdy, Marie and Scrappers." Yes. There's Lisa. That's a cute little emoji you got there, Lisa. Jamie's Country Living. Hello, glad I caught you live. Crafting with Vivian. Oh, she's saying hi to Giovanna. I love it when you guys chit chat in there. Frida is here. She says, "Hello, Marie. Great day today before the storm. Hope it's not too much. Have fun sewing." All kinds of beautiful stuff. We always do, don't we? We always do. So, what am I doing today? Well, not a whole lot. Like I said, I need to make key fobs because I'm out. I have some fabric that I wanted to sew up. Hi, Mary. Mary says hi, everybody, and she's giving us some love. And Jamie's Country Living is coming at us from Maryland. We got Maryland in the house. And ND Quilter 1, I was just going to say, I assume is North Dakota, and she said 65 degrees here in North Dakota. Hi. Hi to you. Okay, so since it's a sew and chat, we're going to chat and we're going to sew, or you can just chat, or you can just sew. You can do whatever you want, because I said so. You can do anything you want. Let's see. Hi, Celeste. Good to see you here. Let's see. Do Yoder or Do Yoder? Well, hello to you. Is this your first time? Anyone with their first time gets the happy dance. Yay, glad to have you here, whether it's your first time or it's just your first time in the chat. If you let me know, then you too can get the silly little happy dance. I'm sitting here hand sewing on some binding, glad to find a live to watch. Well, I'm glad that you stuck in there. Grabbed hold of your dial and turned it to us. That shows my age. I'm talking about radio. Okay, did you guys see the YouTube short that I dropped this morning? On Wednesday's live stream, I showed you that I was working on this notebook cover. So for anyone who missed it, it has a zippered pencil pocket or whatever you want to put in it, okay? I had kind of flip-flopped on whether I wanted the zipper on the flap on the inside or on the outside, but I thought it looked kind of good on the outside, and I took some cute little appliques and put them on there. But as I've mentioned to you guys, when I make something that's my own like pattern, for lack of a better word, because it's more a method than a pattern, but oh goodness, oh, Giovanna, I'm sorry. Giovanna's messages are getting deleted, and I wasn't sure why. And she's got some emojis there, but I think what it is it's too many emojis, because I did go into Nightbot and said that emojis are allowed. And I mean, Lisa just did them, so I'm not sure why, but I apologize. I'm going to go take a look at that right now and see. Let's see, it's under spam protection. I usually don't like to. Now, I turned off excess emojis, so I'm not sure why it's doing that, but I apologize. But we'll move on from there. Okay, but I apologize that Nightbot got you, Giovanna. Okay, been here many times. Well, I'm glad to know that. Okay, awesome. Giovanna says, oops. Good afternoon, Jill. Thank you for coming in with us. And Crafting with Vivian says it's 59 degrees here, which is chilly right now. Yeah, I imagine it would. Thank you, ND Quilter. She says adorable. Hi, Laura. She says, hi, Marie. First time here. You're my new friend. Oh, you're from Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Well, thank you so much for letting us know where you're from. That's awesome. And thank you to Jamie for remembering to remind everyone to smash that like button. Giovanna says, I love the cover you made. Thank you. Barb says, happy Sunday. Expecting company in a bit, so I'll only be here for a short amount of time. I'll catch up with a replay. That's awesome. Hi, Kathleen. Okay, so this is the other one. Oh, we have company. Come on in. I kind of did your intro. I told them how you surprised your dad and I. Move the chair here. So this is our oldest daughter, Joanna. Say hey.
Hello.
So if anyone's injured, she's the girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're off duty. We'll move it. Okay. So this is our daughter, Joanna. She lives in New Hampshire. So every time you guys come in and say, oh, I'm from New Hampshire, and I say, that's where our daughter lives. This is who we're talking about. So, yeah, I was just saying hi to everyone. We've got people from North Carolina. We've got, oh, Beverly's here from Oklahoma. It's been pouring rain. I'd take some rain about right now. I was just showing them the notebook cover. So you may have seen the YouTube short that I did today. It's basically the same thing as what I just showed you. I'm just playing around with the measurements a little more because every time I make something, I have to run through it 3 or 4 times to get the measurements correct. So, okay, here we got some chat. Everyone's saying hi to Joanna. So, she is a nurse, and I always fumble with her job title because she used to work in the ER, which she loved, right?
Mhm.
Did, yeah. And she is kind of quiet. Me, yeah, you know. But anyway, she has a job title now that I never remember, so I'll let you.
Assistant Chief Nursing Officer.
There we go. And you, what's your AC?
ACNO.
Okay, she said it a couple of times. I know we have some nurses here. In fact, I was thinking of Betty Weaver. You guys remember Betty Weaver? She retired from nursing, and she was out of work for, I don't know, a month or 2, and she's like, I can't stand it. I miss my patients. And she had to go back to work because she missed the work. Just, she
Yeah.
couldn't stay home no matter how busy she was. She missed her patients
Jill's a
and her
nurse.
work. Oh, Jill's a nurse. Okay, awesome. Yeah, and Joanna just switched jobs after how many years? She was at
20.
Portsmouth Regional, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah. Time for a job change. But thank you, everyone, for saying hello. See, I talked her into this. You're doing good. And she will attest that I would never even get in front of the camera, would I?
No, you hate your picture taken.
No, I would not get my picture taken. So when I told my husband I was going to start a YouTube channel, he said, Marie, you won't even let anyone take your picture. How are you going to do that? But, you know, it worked out. We need our nurses. Yes, we do. Let's see. Nice to meet you. Love my crafts. That's Mary and Susan. Oh, so Terry is here. Hi, Terry. Oh, I missed someone. Emily. I'm sorry, guys, if I missed you. I apologize, but you guys know me. I always go back through and read the chat later on. 90s in Florida. Hi, Glendy. Yes, doing well today. Giovanna lives in Italy, so yeah.
It's a feminine form of John.
What's that?
Feminine form of John.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you, Joanna. Oh, Marie, you've raised another fearless leader. Yeah, they call me their fearless leader. She's definitely a leader. She's, yeah. Jill says she retired after 38 years.
Do I sew?
No, but she says she walks.
I tried.
She's going to bring me up a sweater that has a rip when she comes up next. But no, she tries. You tried crocheting once when you were a teenager. Remember that?
I did
Yeah,
crochet.
you did crochet.
But
Yeah.
I cannot sew.
Yeah, she's not a sewer, but that's okay because she's a nurse, and we'll take that, right? Barb says my granddaughter just got her RN license. So proud of her. Yes, it's an accomplishment. Yay, Joanna! You went back and got your bachelor.
No, I got my bachelor's to start with.
You got it to start with.
Yeah.
Why do I think you went back? I don't know. 8 kids. That's why.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. Kathleen, Joanna, you're doing great. It's lovely to have you. Hope you join us again, and thank you for taking care of those who are in need. Well, that's very sweet, Kathleen. Jackie's daughter is an RN. That's awesome. Nurses are like the backbone of the medical industry. I don't want to call it an industry, but
It is.
kind of it is.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't get political, but it is. Let's see. Fran says, hi, Joanna. Good to meet you. I love your mom's videos. Richard, I had an older sister who has passed. Oh, I'm sorry, Richard, but she was a registered nurse. Ah, yeah. I'm sorry that you lost your sister, really, Richard. And, you know, it's like both of my grandmothers, my maternal and paternal grandmother, were licensed practical nurses, which back in the day was a, you know, kind of a thing you could do rather easily.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I remember, but yeah. I think it's changed now. I don't even know if you can do that anymore. An LPN?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
Can you?
we hire LPNs.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So they're kind of like in between a I'm going to say
CNA.
CNA and an RN. There.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
They're very
Thanks.
valuable.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, we're going to sew. I'm working on key fobs today, and for our grandson Tyler, which is Joanna's son, I'm going to make his out of this. I think I showed you guys his notebook cover to go with his Bible. I think I showed you guys. Anyway, so he needs a key fob. And when I make that, I'm going to applique it with some of the words from there, just like I appliqued on that. So she can take it back with her when she leaves on Monday. And then she's going to turn around and come right back up next weekend for our granddaughter's wedding. Our oldest granddaughter is getting married. Oh, Terry's got a great big Joanna. Terry's down in New York. She lives pretty close to where your dad was born, actually.
Vancouver. 4 nurses.
Okay, hi Joanna from Vancouver Isle. 4 nurses in my family. Yay! Keeping Canada safe. Giovanna says we have the same name in a different language. Very cool. Very cool. In fact, our daughter, when she was naming, a different daughter, when she was naming her 2-year-old, they had thought about Giovanna. Actually, that was one of the names that she had told me at one point, because they had like 100. But yeah,
That's what I picked.
yeah,
But
yeah. I know, I did too. I did too.
Sure,
I really liked it. Yeah, yeah, they did. But you know, that's the thing about kids; they get to name their own because we got to. So they get to too. Yeah. So I was up early this morning. I was making chop suey at 8:30 this morning. We were gonna have it last night, but her dad decided on Kentucky Fried Chicken.
my second night in a row.
Yeah, she'd had it the night before at home, and then she gets here and her dad wants KFC. She's a trooper, though.
That's because I was getting food.
Yeah, he knows you do. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for all the likes. I appreciate that. I really do. And I need to thread up my machine, but I just grabbed some fabrics that all go with gray thread because I just try to keep it simple. And if you're wondering why it's so dark in here, it's because if I turn on any more lights, it looks brilliant in here and you can't even see. So, yeah. Because it's really dark in here, you guys. Like, to sew, it's kind of dark, but that's okay. I do it for you guys. All right, let's see. Barb says, oh my God, so much in common. Our oldest granddaughter, the RN, is getting married in October. Oh, yay. Yeah, we do. In fact, Joanna just asked me this morning if Faith has her something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. And I was like, yikes, I didn't ask her. So we asked her, and she said that the cameras were blue. And I'm like, no.
Doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. So we're going to take care of that for her. I said, you know, Auntie and I will take care of that. Don't you worry. Bye, Kathy. Have a great day. Sorry I missed your live the other day, but you take care. Jill loves chop suey. So does, we all do. I was going to say so does she and her father, but I love it too. It's just carbs. You know? Love me some carbs. Let's see, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. Is it your first time here in the chat? I don't recognize your name, but thank you so much for coming over. I haven't started sewing yet. We're just sitting here as we normally do. As I always say, there's a lot more chatting than sewing on a sewing chat. Giovanna, we are 41, but only 26 likes. Come on, people. You must be the cheerleader, Giovanna. Rah, rah, sis boom ba. Jennifer says, happy Sunday. Well, happy Sunday to you. Kathleen asks if I can add a small stand or light by the sewing machine. I actually have them. It's that when I am live streaming, if I turn on any more lights, I'll show you what happens. That's one light. And I can't, yeah. So, I have to keep them off when I'm live streaming. So, I've tried setting them off to the left and to the right. You know, I'm pointing where you guys can't see. I've tried that, but, yeah.
Jennifer's not new.
Jennifer's not new. Okay, well, I'm very forgetful anyway, but you know you would have gotten a happy dance. They get a little stupid, silly little happy dance, which goes, everybody waits for it, though. Because it's our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as known as my hair. Yeah. Terry says, thank you for joining us. Joanna, love Marie, and so we love you. Oh, we love Marie, and so we love you. Aww, that's sweet,
thanks.
Terry. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to grab my iron. Well, you can stay if you want. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. Okay. She says bye to everyone. Okay.
I'm shy.
You're shy. Your father told me that on our first date, I'll have you know.
Oh yeah, he's not shy.
Yeah, but he told me he was. He said, hi, I'm John Fagioli. And then I said something and he goes, I'm shy. Yeah,
That's
no.
funny.
So, bye, dear.
Bye, nice meeting you.
Okay, let's see what we're doing. Kathleen says, hey, Lisa, you missed my hey, Lisa. Hi, Gladys. Good to see you. Georgina says, love your hair. Thank you. It's kind of fallen from the heat there. Giovanna, I will let her know what you said. She said, Joanna, your face speaks. That's awesome. Thank you. ND Quilter, this is very special. You're sharing your special time together to be with us. Yes, and I told her, I said, I have a live stream. Because like I said, she popped in as a surprise. And I said, well, I told everyone I have a sew-in chat. She's like, yeah, that's okay. So she gets to spend some time with her dad downstairs. So everything's good. And I will pass along, well, she'll read the chat anyway to see what everyone says. But thank you. I'm going to grab my iron. I'm a little bit behind on everything. Getting ready was one of them. But you know me, I always have stories to tell you guys. So I'll tell you those and then we'll get going. This isn't really a story, but okay. So this was number 1 notebook cover. This was number 2. I don't know if I showed you. I just used scraps. So we've got blue or purple and blue there, and we've got yellow there. One of our granddaughters was over last weekend, and she's really into princesses. Everything is about royalty, princesses, princes, being in love, and happily ever after. And I mean, who doesn't love that, right? So I showed her this notebook cover, and she wants one to go back to school. So I said, well, Mimi, we'll make you one, but you need to pick your fabric. Now, it's just so cute that I had this fabric because for probably 2 months, she has been obsessed with Rapunzel. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair. She will go to the upstairs bedroom window and she'll lean out and she'll say, I'm a princess stuck in a castle. When will my prince come? So she's all about this, living in a tower and waiting for her prince to come. So look at the fabric that I have on hand. Could that get any better? So she saw that and she was all about that. And then we have the princesses from Frozen, which is Anna and, I'm sorry, I know their names, but, and then we have some crowns. So her notebook cover is going to be that, and I think I'm going to make hers as the tutorial. So I think that that will work out all right. Catch up on the chat. Everyone's saying bye to Joanna. Yeah, more daughter-dad time. Yes. Kathleen had said, lovely to meet you. You're okay, Kathleen, not a worry. Bye, Gundi. Thank you for coming in. Giovanna says, I have to make one for my daughter as she's going back to school to finish her diploma. That's awesome. Mary, thank you. It's Anna and Elsa. I knew the names. I couldn't remember. Thank you. North Dakota Quilter is leaving some love on that. So when Piper was here, I mean, this kid cracks me up. You never know what she's going to say. You guys, most of you will remember that my mom makes Raggedy Ann dolls that are primitive looking, so they look, okay, I have one here. I have more than one. I have one over here sitting on a basket, and this is my latest one. I'm sorry. When I had her packaged up for her trip and her hair got a mess. But this is the adorable doll, and my mother tea dyes them and everything to make them look rustic and primitive, okay? So see, they've got little pantaloons or whatever you'd call them. She signs each one. This one's got a shirt on. Somewhere here is the signature. Anyway, you'll have to trust me, it's there. So every time our granddaughter is here, she plays with the Annie dolls. She picked this one up when she was here last weekend, and she said, I said, aren't you going to play with Annie? And she said, yes, but I think that she looks poor and someone should buy her some new clothes. So I was trying really hard not to laugh because, of course, this is the look my mother was going for. But yeah, I think that she looks poor and someone should buy her some new clothes. What's that saying? Out of the mouths of babes. Let's see. Catch up. Kathleen, haven't heard Toodles in a long time. I was thinking that same thing. Kathleen says, LOL, my grandson was, absolutely in his mind for years, Spider-Man. Oh, yes. I love their imaginations. He wouldn't even respond to his real name. Oh, that's how she is. You can't call her by her name. You have to call her Princess and then insert her name. And I don't give a lot of personal information. That's why I'm not giving her name. But let's just say her name was Alice. You have to say Princess Alice. You can't just say Alice, you know. Mary L says, hey, from Virginia, just got on board. Well, hey, we're glad you're here. Lisa says she's going to go wild over this, Marie. Love Primitive Raggedy Ann. Does she sell them? Well, she did, but my mom's 91, so she could still make them, but she has some that she made, but the problem is she lives 4 hours south of me, because last year I showed everyone the dolls because I thought she had a lot made up and she did want to sell them, but it's just a logistical nightmare because she's not set up to print her own shipping. She doesn't drive her own car anymore to go to the post office, so unfortunately, you know, can't do it. But if I could, I would. All right, so poor baby doll was kind of in the corner. Yeah, right? Okay, I need to press my fabrics for today. I did get the cotton batting cut, and I got my key fob stuff out, but I have a bunch of the, I don't even know what you call them. I know what I call them, but that's not the word. I call them clampers, and I know that's not what it is. But it's the hardware that goes on the end. These things. And I thought they were in that box over there where I keep all things of that sort, but they are not. I just got a new package a few months ago. A subscriber went to my Amazon list and gifted them to me. So I know I have them. And I even have 2 of those. But anyway, I have enough, and they're all silver, so that works. So what I have is I just have some different fabrics. I have a sewing related one with sewing words. I've got railroad. I think I have 2. Yeah, 2 railroad, 2 Aerosmith. I had someone ask me to make them one of those. And then I have 2 that have like Bible verses on them for my grandson, and then I'll have one left over. But key fobs are always great to have on hand. They make great gifts. And I'm so disorganized today. I say it's because we have company, but it really isn't. It's not that. I just wasn't. I kept going downstairs and visiting with our daughter because she's here, so I wasn't like prepping. So yeah, I was listening to an audio book. I've been listening to it for a few days. I'll tell you what the name of it is. I don't know who likes to read, but I used to always have a book in my hand, but lately it's audio books for me, and I listen. This one is called Until We Reach Home, and the author is Lynn Austin. I've been reading some of her books. They're not like I don't want to say. I think she's under like a Christian author. She doesn't say a lot about that, but I guess that would be geared towards that. I found her book. I had read a book. Can't even tell you the name of it because I read so many. But I had read a book a month or so ago, and it came up with, you know, if you liked this book, then you'll love this. And so that's how I found it was just a recommended book. So I know I told you guys a month or so ago, maybe even 2 months, that I had read a book about time travel that actually was a really good book. I wasn't even sure I'd like it, but it was really good. Indy Quilter 91, wow, God bless her. I totally understand. Yeah, thank you. Georgina says, at the trailer, taking a sewing break. And Giovanna, mummy, daughter, time. I can't see past my little thing. Something, understand. I'll have to see it when someone else comments, Giovanna, because it blocks out the little bit on the screen for me. Maybe it does it for everyone. But I want to thank my mods. They're good to come in and give up part of their weekend, their Sunday afternoon, to hang out with us. Oh, I'm going to try on this one, because the words are going every which way, as you might see. There's like little phrases going every which way. I have a piece that was left, and I'm going to try to use my heat and bond and applique something onto that. See how it works. Because I put my little labels on there. So if I can put a label on there, I figured I could put an applique on there. And yeah, it might look better if it were plain fabric, plain colored, instead of already having words on there, but I think it'll be special either way. So I bought this fabric at Martin's just in order to make him a notebook cover to go with his Bible. Because the one he was using had the sports team on it that I had made. Not that he didn't like it, but you know, it just didn't really go, so that's what I made for him. And he liked it. So. Alright, I was gonna do. Oh yeah, it's almost autumn. Anyone who's been with me knows that I love making autumn projects. To me, autumn projects are the bomb. And they are, I love winter projects too. I love the Christmas stuff, the fabrics. I love snowmen and snowflake fabrics. Those are adorable. But autumn, yeah. So I was just looking through some of my videos the other day when I realized how many autumn project tutorials I have made, you guys. It's like almost embarrassing how many I have, like autumn table runner, autumn pot holders. I have 2 autumn pot holders, I think. I've got an autumn bag. I've got autumn coasters. So it's kind of like if someone didn't know me very well, they could guess what kind of projects I like just based on the number of autumn videos I've made. Oh, did you see that I have my sign hung up that Betty made for me? You may have seen that on What's Up Wednesday. It says, "Be kind out there, the world needs more of that." So I got that hung up. I had to show it off on Wednesday before I could hang it up. So, what is everyone working on today? Let's see. Beverly just got home from church and she's spending time with us. Thank you. Giovanna's got some loving smile there. Hi, Julie. She says, love audiobooks. And Julie, I'm sorry for the confusion the other day, because now I know who you are versus who YouTube shows me. So for anyone who's confused, a lot of times, like let's say, you know, like my name, Marie Fagioli, I might have that as my YouTube name, but that's not what people like myself, you know, people who have a channel, that's not necessarily what we see when you guys make a comment. So Julie's comes across the chat as Julie, but when she leaves a comment under a video, that is not what I see. So the other day I was thinking that she had won something and I didn't hear from her, but that wasn't it at all. She actually won and I did hear from her under her other name. So if you're not confused by now, I can't help you out. Oh, let's see. Thank you for reminding everyone. Jamie's Country Living. She's reminding everyone to click the thumbs up, the like button. It really does help. Giovanna says beautiful fabric. Yes, it is. Pumpkin. What size book do we need? Oh, for the upcoming tutorial, you mean? For this one, okay, so I had mentioned that I'm going to do a tutorial to show you guys how to cover any size book. That is not going to be included in the upcoming tutorial because I got thinking about that and I thought I'm going to show you how to make it with a one subject notebook, okay? And I bought two different brands of notebook. Where is that? I bought two different brands of notebook. I bought this Walmart brand and I bought, I can't tell you what it is, but it's a name brand, like 5-star or something. Okay, and you're going to need a tape measure because, I'll show you here. We're going to end up measuring like this, going all the way around the book. Whoops, and mine is 19 inches. So the book that you need is a one subject notebook. That's all mine is. It's nothing special, but that's what you'll need for the tutorial that will drop a week from today. Yeah, today's Sunday. So a week from today. And I need to get busy filming that because we have our granddaughter's wedding next weekend. So I can't work on Saturday on the last minute details like I normally do because I'm going to be at a wedding. And of course the kids are going to get here for the wedding. Everyone will be here beforehand and I'm not sure which day. So I'm going to try to do some filming tomorrow and Tuesday. Try to get it done. See, Mary says she's in 2 book clubs. I listen to audiobooks when I'm sewing and cleaning house. Yes. Giovanna, have you put them in a playlist? Have I put what? The autumn stuff, do you mean? If you're asking if I put autumn stuff in a playlist, I haven't because the playlists that I have, which they're in, is like one might be household items, one might be something else. And the thing that I don't like about YouTube is you can't have a video in more than one playlist. Because I wanted to do that. Like, let's say I wanted autumn themed. They can't because they're already under something else. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Alright, I gotta scroll back up and catch up. Cozy sewing, yes please. That sign is beautiful, thank you. Kathleen says, I was just thinking late last night I need to figure audiobooks somewhere and find something to listen to. Oh, I love listening to audiobooks while I'm sewing or cleaning house, just like was just mentioned. Susan says, went to the local flea market today, didn't bring neck fan, oh my land, yep. And felt like I was going to pass out. The humidity in the 90s temp is hard if you have COPD and congestive heart failure. I can't even imagine, and that must be dangerous. So no, we'll have no more of that, Susan. I use a neck fan. I know exactly what you mean, though, but you have a lot more issues than I do. So yeah, please be careful. And drinking tea and watching me. Hey, that rhymes. Susan says she's back home in Central Air. Absolutely. Vivian says she just finished another composition notebook cover yesterday, and today she's going to try making a no-slip sewing machine foot pedal pad. That's a mouthful. I have one. Now, This isn't the exact one. I got dust on the top of it. I probably got dust on the bottom of it. But my husband made it for me. And my foot pedal sits there and it's got that grippy stuff on the back. Works right. The only problem is it gets very linty from all the thread and the dust around the sewing machine. I ain't started sewing yet. I'm still prepping my fabric. I have everything cut. You guys can be proud of me for that. But Vivian, that's good. You're right busy with those covers. You do a really good job. Excellent. I wanted to do other covers because while I like the composition notebook covers and I can kind of whip them out fairly easily, the problem for me is I'm not crazy over composition notebooks because once you flip the page a few times, the paper tends to want to fall out. So I prefer a spiral bound notebook. So I wanted to find a way to make them the way I wanted them to be, and I looked for tutorials online for regular notebooks, but I wasn't finding all the features that I like. So I was like, well, I'm on my own. I gotta come up with it. Hey, Honor, we're glad you're here. Let's see. Jill says she's making open wide bags. Oh, those are my favorite things to make. I have pictures I want to share on the Facebook group, but I can't because it just went out to a subscriber who won something. So I can't show you what I made, but I'll be excited to show you guys. But I love making those, Jill. In fact, I think I could make those in my sleep. I have just made so many of those. They're my go-to pattern when I need a quick gift or something because they can be used for so many different things. Let's see. Honor said, oh, when is the tutorial? The notebook cover tutorial is a week from today. So I'm going to look at my calendar and I moved it. It is the 18th. I put up a YouTube short this morning showing me working on the one that I've been showing you guys, but of course the tutorial I'll be using the princess fabric to make it. I just really had to work on the measurements because I'd get one right and then another measurement would be off. And yeah. See, because when I sew, I do a lot of, oh, I'll just trim it there and I'll sew it. But that doesn't work when you're making a tutorial. You kind of have to give measurements, not just lop it off over there till it's even. Honor said she was running errands. I'll meet your daughter on the replay. Oh, sorry you missed her, Honor. Eleanor says, making Christmas stockings using my scraps. Quilt as you go. I bet they're gorgeous, Eleanor. Okay, all sorts to catch up on. My land, I'm way behind. I can't read everything, or I will. Let me see. I just got chicken and eggs for chicken salad. I'm going to be quilting a large quilt for a friend. Going to make cookies and then pizza for dinner. Yum. Jill says, Marie Scrappy Creations is my audiobook. Well, aren't you sweet? Vivian, that was another one, Giovanna. I didn't film the one I just made. I gotta catch up. I'm so behind on my YouTube watching. It's crazy. Susan says, like listening to Roaring Twenties music when I'm sewing. I just use Alexa or Bluetooth speaker. Yeah, I've always got this thing on my ear set because I can pop it in my ear, and then if my husband says something, I just pop it out, but it's right there. I love that thing. But only one of my earpieces is working now. I need to break down and buy another one. That one's been gone 2 months. I'm not that fast. Vivian says, that's a fancy one compared to what I plan on making. But, you know, they don't all have to be fancy. Hey, taking the time to make something fabric is good. Terry says, I'm working on a slice of pizza. Where's ours? Went to a picnic yesterday and everything aches today. And that was just from watching sports. I understand that. You need to rest up, Terry, but I do understand that. Susan, I went there to buy local vegetables, cucumber and onions to make homemade bread and butter pickles tomorrow afternoon. Those, I'm just talking about those not too long ago. When the kids were younger, I used to do a lot of canning, usually over 1,000 jars a year. And I did pickles and jams and vegetables and meat and just you name it, I processed it. And anyone who cans knows some of it's pressure canning, some of it isn't. But it was a lot of work, but it was really yummy too. So you enjoy that. I'm sure everyone will enjoy your pickles. Julie said she has a cousin that lives in Grand Lake Stream. Not sure if she's close to you. Moved there permanently from Pennsylvania. I have never heard of Grand Lake Stream. I've heard of Grand Lake. Lisa says I measure as I go too. Yeah, so it's so funny because I'll tell you what, Lisa, when you change from just winging it, as I tend to do, to trying to make it a pattern for other people to understand. And I'm going to tell you guys right now that my pocket, the zippered pocket, is one of those things that I'm going to give a measurement and then part way in I'm going to say that little bit that's left there, just cut it off, because that's how I do it. And I'm not going to mess with two different measurements for a pocket. They're both the same, and we're going to cut off about 3/8 of an inch. And it will be what it will be. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, let's see. Not to cook the afternoon. This afternoon I'll be sewing on a Primrose Cottage Halloween table topper. Yummy. Now, Terry, it let you post all those pizza slices, but it didn't let Giovanna do it. Nightbot's weird. Jamie's cleaning up the craft room, trying to find my sewing stuff and get out my sewing machine. Well, we wish you best of luck with that. You definitely need a sewing machine. I have one more of these to press, and then I can start pinning them up. I rarely get any sewing done on a sewing chat. I get a lot of chatting done, but it's always fun to hang out with you guys. Right. So yeah, with all that cooking I did this morning, well, not all that cooking, it was only chop suey, but I had to cut the onions and the mushroom and the garlic, but it was well worth it. Anyway, and we had KFC last night. We have enough leftovers that I do not need to cook today, which is good. Oh, and I made some garlic bread. Well, no, let me rephrase. I sliced some Italian bread and put some diced garlic and butter on top with some different Italian seasonings and some flakes of Parmesan cheese and made garlic bread. So Jamie is listening. Hey, that's fine. Hi, Dawn. Dawn says, just got in to join the chat and sew. I haven't sewn anything yet, Dawn, but I'm working towards it. Doing my pressing. You missed it, Dawn. Our oldest daughter, Joanna, is up from New Hampshire. It's about 5-6 hour ride for her to here. Anyway, she was here. She came in and said hello, so you might want to check back on the replay if you're interested in that kind of thing. I told her, I said, I haven't introduced any family members to my subscribers, so she said she would. She's not as chatty as I am, but she's very sweet. Let's see what else. Emily says, definitely playing in my sewing room today. Need to rest after working in the yard for several hours yesterday. Yeah. Honor says, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Georgina says it's raining. And Jamie says, we're all such inspiration. Well, that's good, because I'm just sitting here ironing, talking to you guys. But I'm glad I can be helpful. Glad I can be helpful, Jamie. Or we. Giovanna says, Marie, Terry's a mod, so she can't. Oh, is that what it is? Thank you. I didn't know that. But the thing is I went into Nightbot and turned that off. I turned off the part that says that it limits emojis. It had been on, and I shut it off, so it shouldn't be doing it to anyone. But as I've learned with Nightbot, it's very finicky. I had a whole bunch of like channels and everything all done. The commands were all done, and I wrote them down exactly how I had written or typed them, and they didn't stay that way. It's changed so that, like, let's say Vivian's was a capital V. Now you have to do a lowercase v. Dawn says we'll definitely be doing the replay since I missed the beginning. Yeah, like I said, I haven't really done any sewing, but Joanna did come in. And I told a couple of stories. And I've got some of my coasters here because I have been gifted coasters. And I do use them. Like I have this one. I have that one. Cute. And a day spent sewing is a very good day. That's the one I'm using today. I just rotate them. Giovanna says, I made the last block of a baby quilt, so now I have to put it together. It has been a long time since I have made a quilt. Long time. Alright, I need to get my thread, because I didn't get that far when I was getting set up. A little bit more here, guys. One of these days I'm going to try to use my phone to live stream. I mean, I know technically how to do it, but I could set it up on my tripod, whereas this is sitting on just on the top of my computer. Terry says, let's try some commands. There we go. It's working. Excuse me. Charlotte says, hi Marie, show us what you've been doing. Well, not very much. Just the YouTube short that I showed today. Excuse me. Goodness, a hiccup, burp. I don't know what's going on here. Just got now I got the hiccups. A bookmark. So it's just a little, whoops, notebook cover. Yeah, I have the hiccups officially. With a pen and pencil holder built in. I'm going to take a drink of water, see if I can get rid of the hiccups. Yes, Kathleen, that lamb is adorable. I agree. Oh, goodness. And I want to say it's from New Zealand. It's either New Zealand, excuse me, or Australia, but I believe it's New Zealand. But yeah, other than the tutorial company. Oh my goodness, you guys, that's embarrassing. I apologize. My body's not cooperating. I have the hiccups. I hope they don't get loud, because when I hiccup, I really hiccup. Kind of like when people have a snoring thing that they do and they can't help, or a laugh or whatever. My hiccups are usually very loud. So Terry says both commands work. Do they work under the changes that you, excuse me, that you made, Terry, or did they work under how I had them written immediately? Lisa says, I'm excited about the zippered pocket and the book in the book cover. I know, it's fun. Oh, Charlotte, on the key fobs. Oh, you want to see the fabrics? Because that's all I've got. I was just ironing them. I've got some sewing word related fabric, some choo-choo train all aboard fabric, some Aerosmith fabric because I needed to make one. One of the bus drivers, you guys know we take the bus, he knew that one of the other drivers had an Aerosmith key fob that I made, so he wanted one. And this is like Bible verses for my grandson. And this is Lionel Trains. So that's what I have going on. Oh, hi Sherry Rose. Well, I'm glad there's a lot of excitement over the notebook covers. I think I've mentioned to you guys that the views go down in the summer because it's nice weather and people are outside enjoying life as they should be. And then, right around the time of back to school, things pick up. Like, really, they pick up. So, last year, I'm going to say October through January, I was getting over 1,000 subscribers a month. But right now, it's about 400 a month, which is fine. I don't care about that. To me, it's not about those numbers. Although I did notice, because I have a thing about even numbers, that I reached 18.5, like 500 on the nose this morning. Jill says, Marie, I've been making the open wide bags with the lace zippers. Yep, those look awesome. I love those. It's such a good look where it comes out the end. Those lace zippers, beautiful. Vivian says she's excited to see the zippered pocket in the book cover also. Good, good. Yeah, and some of it, of course, that is optional. A person wouldn't have to do that, but I like when I do a tutorial to leave options. And the same thing with that ribbon as a bookmark. That's totally optional. But these are great to use up smaller pieces. As you can see, my flaps are different colors, and it doesn't matter the inside because it's going to be covered, so it really doesn't matter. Giovanna says, hick, hick, hick. Terry said, both. Oh, they both work. Huh. Emily says, you're not the only one. My hiccups are loud, too. Yeah, it's not much we can do about that. Hi, Deb. School starts here next Wednesday. Where'd the summer go? I know, right? And I have 2 tutorials coming up. So there's that one, and then I have another one. Excuse me, guys. Another one coming up. That's a back-to-school one. So, I'm not telling. I'm not telling. Oh, Giovanna, it isn't because they're outside, Marie. It's because the kids are home. Yeah. Lisa says, I'm going to a local thrift store to find high school t-shirts to make book covers. New tees are $25 to $30. I love my grands, but oh yeah, that's a terrible price. It's a terrible price. So anyone who missed it, this is now my second live stream sewing chat where I did key fobs. But like I said, it's not a tutorial. It just happens to be what any of us are working on. And I'm going to quit apologizing. I just have the hiccups and I can't help it. Yeah, as cool as it is today, I had to have the air conditioner on here in the sewing room earlier. I cooled the room off before the live stream started. So, anyone else want to say what they're working on, or what about upcoming projects? Anyone got any upcoming projects? ND Quilter notebook cover is awesome. Thank you. Emily says t-shirts for book covers is a great idea. It really is. That is amazing. Honor says their school started last Thursday. Too soon for all this heat. Well, that's it. You stick kids in a classroom and that that kind of heat, you're not going to have their attention. That's just awful. Charlotte, you're making me laugh. She says, my oh my, what's in your drink cup, Marie? It's just water, I swear. Pinky promise. Oh, goodness. Kathleen says, so long as they keep the kids indoors on her, no relay racing and whatnot. Yeah, but they're going to have gym class, I would imagine. And that's the thing I think about. Yeah. Lisa said that her grands in Indiana started last Monday and Wednesday. Oops, it's skipping on me again. Someone should rebalance the calendar. Yeah, no doubt. Debbie Hall. Well, hello, Debbie Hall. She says hello from Jacksonville. Marie, have you tried holding your breath for 10 seconds and then swallow? I can try that. I need to shut up first, though. No, I'll try that. I don't know if that was 10 seconds, but I tried it. You guys wouldn't believe. You would believe. Don't believe. I was in the dining room the other day and I opened the door that goes out to the back. And my eyes are always looking for bees and wasps and things like that because I'm highly allergic. So I don't walk outside that I don't take a look around me and be mindful of my surroundings. And I looked out, and we have it's not really a porch, basically just a landing, a square thing, and then there's 3 steps down to the grass. I looked out, and at the base of our railing, there's a little gap from the top of that landing area to where the siding starts on the back of the apartment. And I noticed a yellow jacket. And anyone who knows, yellow jackets are more apt to sting you. Okay? So I noticed it going down in this hole. So I called to my husband to tell him. And by the time he came out from the living room, which is not a long trip, 4 more had gone in there. And I'm like, there's a nest, there's a nest. So we had a can of, I don't know what it said, bee and hornet killer or whatever it said, bee and wasp, whatever. And he took it out there, as nervous as I was, he took it out there and started spraying. Now this is during the day, so then I go on Google and find out you're supposed to do it at night when they're calm. They're kind of resting. Because they tend to get mad. Maybe that's where that mad as a wet hornet phrase came from. Anyone? So he sprayed it. None came out. He didn't get stung, luckily. And I was just inside like a big baby watching him spray it and being thankful that he takes care of things like that. And he comes in, and a few hours later we look out and there must have been 10, 12 of them laying dead outside the nest, or outside the hole where we know the nest is. And by the next day the pile was even larger. So we haven't seen any, but apparently from what it says on the can, it continues to kill because they get that stuff on them and then they take it to the others. They kind of share the poison. Alright, let me scroll back up while I've been yakking on about yellow jackets. But I didn't know what they were until I saw them dead and I could identify them. I saw the yellow and black stripes, but there's 2 different kinds that have yellow and black stripes, so I didn't know. Okay, I gotta scroll back. Finish the pizza. Now I'm trying to convince myself to use this day better and make some dresses for the girls. Aww. Are you going to do a video on that? I need to catch up on your last video anyway, Terry. Georgina says, finishing a double wedding ring. Oh, yay, Georgina. Sherry Rose is working on Hexie's grandmother's flower garden style. Awesome. Kathleen says it's their first day under 100 in weeks. We have a lovely 97 to look forward to, if they didn't fib. Yikes. Terry says, boo, Marie, boo. Did I scare you? You didn't. But my hiccups seem to be gone because the holding my breath for 10 seconds and swallowing, I believe that worked. Thank you very much. Honor says they're already suffering at football and band practice. That's just awful. Deb says, got my prize and did a mail opening from you and Kimberly. Well, thank you, Deb. I'm glad you got it. Thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely go check that out. Thank you. Honor says, do it, Terry. Teach me how. Lisa's saying hey to Sherry. Let's see. Honor is cutting fabric and working on keyhole blocks. Well, there you go. Kathleen says, that's what I mean, so long as they keep them from exerting themselves. Low-key activities indoor. Yeah, you would think. Kathleen, hey, she says, hi all, been on here listening and not chatting. Sunny day in Unity, Maine. Ah, it's a beautiful day today in Maine, isn't it, Kathleen? It really, really is. Honor says, want to make that zippered pouch notebook cover for my niece who's a teacher. Thanks, Marie. Oh, you're welcome. And what a great way to, yeah, that's an awesome use of it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. All right, I will never catch up on all this chat. Giovanna says they are nasty. Oh, yes, they are. And Julie says, working on a Christmas table runner for the craft show. I drive a school van and back to work on the 20th. Oh, goodness. Lisa said, I've got several irons in the fire and Christmas gifts I plan to wrap in the next couple of days. Seriously. Really? You're way ahead of me, girlfriend. Terry says, yes, calm at night and I'll return to the nest. Yeah, I think that's the time to do it because he gave the second spray at night and that seemed to be the most effective as far as what we saw for dead ones. I lost the bottom to my mouse the other day. I heard it hit the floor and I haven't seen it since, and now it just kind of quit working altogether. It's not working. Who's this? Let's see. Late to the party, says Carla. Hi, Carla. Oh, I gotta get my... Without this mouse, it's a little bit different here for me. She says, late to the party, I was sewing borders on my latest quilt. Giovanna, I had a mad one years ago, and I had to keep the windows closed for 2 weeks. They've got a memory, I've heard, like they do. Kathleen, yes, wait till they're in bed for the night. After dusk, then you get the whole crew, dirty little buggers. Yeah. Terry says, I had a hornet's nest on the outside of my air conditioner duct, the size of a basketball. Scary. Yes, indeed, scary. Because I know, like, the number of them that were in that nest could have killed me. I can't be stung. And every time I get stung, my reaction is worse each time. So, yeah. Okay. I just started to read and it scrolled again. Terry said, I plan on doing a slideshow at the end of the dress drive, so beginning of October. That's awesome. I look forward to that. Georgina says, blue skies now. Yay. Terry, the school I worked in was air conditioned. All the classrooms were except the gym. So the gym teacher, rest in peace, would push into the classroom for gym on those hot days. Oh, that's a great idea. Kathleen says, my sister stepped in a piece of wood at 2 years old. It was a yellow jacket nest and they were attached to her face. Oh my goodness. She almost died. It's so scary. You didn't know you're allergic till you get stung. Oh yeah, that's it. See, that's what happened to me too. That's what happened to me. I didn't know I was, I didn't do anything like your niece. I'm just saying I didn't know I was allergic, at first. Okay. Let's see. Kathleen, I'm so over-organized myself, I can't find anything. Debbie says, I'm so glad the technique worked for your hiccups. I made a zippered phone pouch with the flap. It turned out so cute. Thank you, Marie. Well, thank you. Absolutely. I'm glad it turned out cute. Let's see. Kathleen says, Marie, don't forget, wait a few days, have them go back in and remove the nest. Well, we can't. It's inside the, like the siding is there of the apartment building, and they're going in a little hole that is down inside there. So I can call the maintenance department and see what they want to do, but we can't do anything at all at this point. But thank you for that. I didn't know that they'd start a new one. So Kathleen says that they will literally start a new one right off once the chemicals are gone. Sylvia says, hello, the creative people. Well, hello to you, Sylvia. All right. I am going to start trying to sew. I got everything prepped. All right. I am actually just placing my batting. I use cotton batting. You can use anything. I'm using cotton batting. I'm almost hungry. But I ate early because I made chop suey this morning. Terry, I did think of you when I made the chop suey this morning, because I know you're like us, you love pasta. So does Lisa Marie. So, because Lisa Marie and I will chat sometimes about pasta. We talk about pasta. And Joanna and I were just talking about how we'd love to go low carb, because I've done it before, low carb diet, but the problem is pasta and bread. We love it. Terry says, okay, I moved over to the sewing side of the room. I may turn around and go right back to the couch. Hey, you deserve it. You watched sports yesterday. No, all joking aside, that you can be pretty lame from stuff like that. But sitting on the ground when you're not used to it, that's a whole level of fun too when we're older. Not that you're older, Terry. I would never say that. I went for a test the other day, and I guess they're gone now. No complaints. I got one little bruise left. 5 tries for an IV for my CT scan. 5 tries. And my veins looked like they were popped right out there. The problem is when they try to flush it or do whatever, the liquid wasn't coming back, so then they have to get a new spot. I felt like a pincushion that day. I really don't mind like blood draws and IVs. Needles don't bother me, but I will say that after 3 times I asked for a new person. Because I understand that, I'm trying to think of the word they used, that one of them, they said, oh, your vein blew, but before that, anyway, it's when they push the liquid and try to get it to come back. I can't think of the word. But anyway, lost my train of thought. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have explained. Anyway, after try number 3, I was done, because as nice as the girl was, she was really rough. That's what I was going to say. A lot of times when you get a blood draw or an IV, you really barely feel the needle, or you just get that little poke. But when she went in, she was driving that, and I was like, and she's like, you can't tense up. And I am not a spleeny person, but that was highly uncomfortable. Highly uncomfortable. I only have one more to do, and then I will be ready to sew, and we've already been at this over an hour. Oh, I keep wanting to grab the mouse, and the mouse doesn't work. Okay, I don't know if I'm getting an error, and it says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. We may be ending this. Hi, Lorraine. Sylvia says pasta is so versatile. It really is. I know I'm missing a bunch. Do you eat chop suey with noodles or the crunchy ones? Well, of course, it depends on where you live what you call chop suey, but our chop suey is pasta, hamburg, tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, garlic, that sort of stuff. I mean, there's more to it than that, but it's not like a Chinese chop suey. I actually was just reading about that the other day, about regionally what it's called. So, some people call it goulash, what I call chop suey. But it depends on where you live, I guess. Honor says that her NFL team won yesterday. Well, good for you. Terry was too zealous screaming at her granddaughter. She was coaching her, not screaming at her. I guess I should clarify for anyone not reading the chat. Let's see. Giovanna says, I give my hand and insist that they use that vein. Well, that's the thing. They were using this one. They did 3 on this one. And that's when I said, I asked for someone else. I normally don't, but I did. I've run into that issue once before, and I was in the hospital that time, and the girl was young, new, and could not get a vein. And I don't mind it per se, but after a little while, enough's enough. Absolutely enough is enough. So the other girl got on there, and she wasn't faring any better on the left side, and then they said, well, you must be dehydrated. That must be it. I said, no, the veins are popped right out there. I said, I know a lot of people probably say this to you. I said, but I drink water from the time I get up till the time I go to bed. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. I drink water. Now, the other day, I had I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like sugar-free Kool-Aid, but it says energy. It's got caffeine in it, is what it is. I had one of those, but generally I drink water, and a lot of it. So I knew I wasn't dehydrated. Alright, I'm ready to sew. Shrimp lo mein. I can't eat shrimp. I have allergies to certain things, but it smells good. It does. I hope I can sew with this amount of light. It seems a little darker in here than usual today. I always have to move my needle position over. I guess I wouldn't if I didn't have one of those kind of machines now, right? I move it over to the side when I sew these, and I always have my stiletto nearby. Find my foot pedal. Giovanna says, it hurts and I have a phobia for needles. Yeah, one of our daughters does too. I don't. I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but after that many times it does. Yeah. Kathleen says, oh, I mind. They don't listen to where they can poke me. They're out. Yeah, oh yeah, I hear you there. Terry says, I have so many visible veins, but when they can't get one of them, I ask them to get someone else. My doctor's great at it. She draws it herself. Oh, that's good. Jill says the difference is chow mein is crunchy and chop suey with noodles, the Chinese anyway. Yeah, I'm not familiar with a lot of that style of food, but when I say chop suey, it's basically ground beef. You saute that up with onions and garlic, mushrooms, onions, garlic, mushroom, and spices. And then I add in, well, I use 2 cans of tomatoes, a can of Progresso tomato basil soup, and saute it, or simmer it, I mean. And then I cook pasta, usually a big pasta like a medium shell or Z, something like that. My screen keeps saying I'm lagging. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Because I'm getting all kinds of notifications on my screen from YouTube. I think, Kathleen, spell check got you. I'm trying to figure out what you said there, but I apologize. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, there, I'll have to remember that hiccup cure. That was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Now, I don't get them very often, though. I want to know why this quit working. Probably the battery. It's got a dollar store battery in it that's been in there, probably for the whole life of it. Maybe if I turn it off and back on again. Oh, I have a light. Ooh, it's working. Giovanna, you cook the pasta directly in the sauce? I normally don't. I've seen people do it that way, Giovanna. I personally never have. I was never taught to do it that way, but that's not to say it can't be done, because I know that people do. Because I would imagine your pasta would absorb all your flavor that way, so it would be even better. Sure I've missed stuff. I apologize. Terry says it's fine, no issues with video or sound. Well, good to know. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but it keeps coming up telling me that the stream is, Georgina, yum, sounds awesome. It was. Well, it is. I'm gonna have more when I go downstairs. Kathleen, I got veins for days, but they all explode at the sight of a needle. Rather a pain in the tuchus. Yeah, I bet it is. Jill says your recipe sounds great. Well, thank you. I used to make it a little bit differently when the kids were growing up, because Joanna just had it for the first time the way I make it now, and there wasn't a huge difference, and you wouldn't think it would even make much of a difference. But I used to use a can of Campbell's tomato soup, and of course adding spices and things to it. But one time when I went to make it, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now, I didn't have any. I thought I had tomato soup, but I didn't have any Campbell's tomato soup. All I had in the house was a can of Progresso tomato basil soup. And it's not condensed like the Campbell's is. It's ready to eat, so it's already more watery. So I didn't think it was going to work, but it's what I had, so I threw it in there. It's really good that way. It changed it enough that I now make it that way on purpose. And we all like it. So she liked it as well. Let's see. Okay, everyone sees me just fine except for when the ads pop up. Yeah, necessary evil. Sorry about that. See, I have YouTube Premium, so I don't see ads on YouTube. We watched something on TV last night. We rarely watch TV, like rarely. But we put the TV on last night, and I think it was Mike and Molly was on. And as much as I wanted to watch it, I haven't seen all of it, but I wanted to watch it anyway. Commercials came on, political ads. I am not listening. I don't know. Not doing it. Just not doing it. So I went back and put it on YouTube, because at least I don't get those ads. I can't take it. Either side, don't care. Don't want to hear it. I'm just not into commercials to begin with. But I used to have regular YouTube where I got commercials, but I watch enough YouTube now that it's worth it to me to get the premium. But I do apologize on the ads. It's what earns me the big bucks. Oh, goodness. Let's see what I miss. Okay, just wondering. No, that's fine, Giovanna. Have to rewind, says Kathleen. Missed the hiccup cure. The hiccup cure is hold your breath for 10 seconds and swallow, which I did before I took a breath. I swallowed, and hey. Giovanna says, my veins hide when I see a needle. Kathleen, I'm going to be watching, but my cell's going on the charger. Giovanna, I have Netflix. Yeah, me too. Netflix and Hulu. Jill, they don't even have to use a tourniquet. My veins are so good. Yeah, they were using one on me the other day, and I wondered why, because my veins are usually really good. I usually get told that they're good, but the tourniquet, I'm not a fan of the tourniquet. That hurts, and I get arm pain from it. I had arm pain for 2 days after that tourniquet, so I don't know if I can refuse that the next time or not. I don't know. Kathleen, thank you for the reminder for everyone to click the like button. I appreciate that. Let's see. Watch on my laptop, and if I can, I share it to my TV screen. No commercials at all. Huh. I mean, I put it on my TV, but I didn't know that had anything to do with ads. But of course, I have the paid version. But I don't know. You confuse me, Terry, but I will take it. No, I'm sure you know what you're talking about. Yeah, I shouldn't have been talking about food. Now I'm really hungry. I probably won't go too much longer. We've been an hour and a half now, just yammering, even though it's fun. But I do have my daughter downstairs to visit with too. So. And I was saying that we ought to play a game of cards, because we love to play cards in this house. Love, love, love. We had friends that used to come over every weekend when the kids were growing up. Play cards. We had this game called Queen of Spades, and I don't even remember how it was played now, but that was really fun. And canasta, and back alley bridge, and rook, and all that. And I love Scrabble. I love a good board game, but Scrabble is my favorite board game. Every once in a while, I'll talk my husband into playing, but he doesn't like. No, it's not a big game for him. My dad and I used to play. My dad's been gone about almost 10 years now, and he used to come over every Sunday, and we would play cribbage, and then one game of Scrabble, and then back to cribbage every Sunday afternoon. You can refuse anything. That's true, Joe. Giovanna says she can't watch YouTube on the TV because there are too many ads. Terry says, I do as well. YouTube Premium, they got me, but I love it. Oh, me too, absolutely. I couldn't go back now. But if I watch Netflix or Hulu on the laptop, no ads come up. Oh, I see. Okay. Lisa says, I tried drawing blood years ago and was terrible at it. Couldn't face hurting patients. See, that would be me too, Lisa. And the thing is if you don't get it after a couple of times, there's always usually someone else in the room. But the girl that got me didn't seem to want to give it up. I don't know. Did not seem to want to give it up. I have one more to sew, and I am going to have to close it out, guys. I apologize. I mean, not that you guys, it's not a tutorial. It's not like, oh, we didn't get to a certain part, but yeah, 1:30 and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, Vivian, I've really enjoyed the sewing chat today, but you need to spend time with your lovely daughter. Yes, I do. I do need to get going. Yeah, Kathleen's leaving. Yeah, well, oh, Carla says cribbage is my game. Hey, we'd do that. Okay, listen, everyone. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get downstairs. But I'm so glad you hung out with me. And thank you to those of you who met my daughter and said hello. That was very nice of you. Yeah, Kathleen agreed with me on the tourniquet. So listen, I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to everyone who was here, whether you're listening, or watching, chatting, or not. I'm glad that you were here. I will do that, Honor. I will let her read. Well, let her read. I'm sure she'll read the live chat. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day or evening, whatever it is where you are. And remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that.